Hey guys, in today's video, we are going to look at what are the companies that Motilal Oswal Mutual Fund, mid-cap fund have actually increased. And also we're going to look at Parag Parikh Mutual Fund and see what moves they've done. So without wasting any more time, I have already opened my Excel tracker where I track mutual fund buying on a month-on-month basis to understand where the smart money is moving. Now, this Excel sheet is only given to my community members and not to everyone because I take a lot of time and effort into putting all the different elements of why they have increased, what they have done, and all of that, right? So let's quickly look at Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund. And if you look at this fund, you will see that they have re-entered Zomato quite aggressively over here. Again, they have taken a stake in Zomato where they're playing store expansion, quick commerce kind of a thing. Now, yes, it is no surprise that they are fans of Zomato and they do like Zomato a lot. And yes, that the fact that Zomato has is become like the darling of the mutual fund industry, right? And if you look at Zomato's holdings over here, you will see very clearly that they have gone up, consolidated, and now they're going back again. And if I look at it from a stock chart standpoint, they are going towards the 302 mark, which will be their reversal zone or the all-time high zone. Again, before I forget, by the way, we are, as you know, a Grow powered platform and we are a part of the Grow network. So again, this is a very good opportunity for us because as being a part of the Grow network, our channel gets a huge boost and we can also give super content out for you guys. And if you want to know more about investing, you can definitely check out Grow. Okay, coming back, let's begin. Coming back to the Excel sheet, once we saw Zomato, next company that they've actually invested in or increased stake is in Dixon. Now, Dixon obviously is a very high PE company. It's not a low PE company, right? And Dixon has kinda lost its steam, right? Look at this. Their results are doing obviously phenomenally great. But if you look at the trajectory that they're in, they've actually lost some steam. Yes, they had gone up quite aggressively, and the stock is trading also at a 79 PE ratio. But right now, both Dixon and the other company PGEL in the market have lost some steam, but they have actually upped their stake. Next company that they've increased stake is in Paytm. Paytm is doing a very, very, very beautiful rally. And I don't know how many of you all saw this on my page some time ago, but I had actually made a video called Paytm is turning around, which I think most of you guys didn't bother to look at. And after that video came out, they have been turning around. And I've said this that Paytm is very close to being a profitable company, right? And if you see this, they are in a very good momentum zone, and Paytm is going to continue this momentum over a longer period of time. So I think that bet kind of played out well. Bharti Hexacom, again, tower expansion coming in with 5G and all of that. So a slight increase, not a major increase, but they have increased this a bit. KEI Industries, again, is a beautiful momentum zone. It is continuously in a positive momentum, and they have constantly kept increasing their stake here. Same with Trent. Again, Trent and Dixon, very similar, high PE plays, but they are playing such high PE plays right now, right? Coming to what they have decreased, they have completely got out of IGL, which is Indraprastha Gas, 30% reduction there. IHCL, they've reduced their stake. Again, because they have already captured actually a very big run up, and this is something that they are currently doing right now. If you look at Motilal Oswal's company, the mid cap fund, very interesting fact here is that they're actually sitting in 30% cash ratio right now. 30% cash. 30% cash. Let that sink in, right? Large and mid cap, as you know, it's a mid cap portfolio. So the average mid market cap is 74,000. The P ratio of this portfolio is quite high, 64, as compared to the mid cap index as well. And you can see here that the major bet is in technology, consumer discretionary, and industrials. And if you look at their bet from a size perspective, Coforge and Persistent is sitting at almost 20% of the entire portfolio. Yes, both Coforge and Persistent are good companies. Kalyan has become number 3 at 8, and then you have Polycab, Bharti Hexacom, Dixon, and all these new companies that we just saw, right? But very, very interesting that they have increased their cash position to 31%. And this is very similar to the other approach, which let's say Parag Parikh takes. If you look at Parag Parikh, which is more passive, but they have become a little aggressive in this quarter, right? Usually they're a very passive player. They have increased their stake in Bharti Airtel. They have actually taken a lot of position in Bharti Airtel. And see, this is very interesting because Motilal has taken a stake in Bharti Hexacom, and they have taken a stake in Bharti Airtel. Again, this is because I think there are two reasons. One, in December, they have said another rate hike is going to come. So their average revenues per user is also going to go up. And second, with the inception of Starlink, I don't know whether Starlink will work or not because it is sitting at 3,200 to 4,200 per month, almost 40,000-50,000 rupees a year. So I don't know how Starlink will play out in India and how the revenues obviously will add. Maybe in the next few quarters, once they come out with their results, we will understand a little bit more in this, right? Next, they have invested in a company called Nesco. Now, this not many people understand why. I think there was a lot of confusion in the market on Nesco, because if you look at Nesco over here, look at this, the 1 year chart, no movement, 3 years chart slightly in an uptrend. And if you look at Nesco, it is not a very big player. It is a 7,000 crore company, and if you look at the revenue yearly, right now it is growing. Last 3 years profit is growing, net worth is constantly growing. So this is something that we need to really understand what is going on in this space. Nesco is an Indian based company which is engaged in licensing premises in IT park buildings and providing related services, mainly in Nesco Realty IT Park, Bombay Exhibition Center, and all. Now, whenever you should understand, whenever Parag Parikh invests in a company, they usually tend to invest for a longer duration versus a shorter duration. And here you see that mutual funds only own 1.98% of this company, right? So very interesting to understand what is the thesis behind this, and I'm sure they will come out with more details on it. But this is a new company that they have actually taken stake in, right? It is an undervalued asset heavy company with steady rental income upside from exhibition business revival. So the whole game here is the revival of exhibition business. Cipla, they have increased stake. Mahindra, they've increased. EID, they've increased. Power Grid, Coal India, ITC, same picks, they've increased. What have they decreased? They've decreased Motilal Oswal again a little bit more. They're booking profits nicely there. Ipca Labs, they have removed. HCL, they're removing a little bit. And Dr. Reddy's also, they're removing a little bit. Now, if you look at their portfolio analysis, they are currently sitting at 22% cash, almost 24% cash, 22 debt plus 2% cash, which is 24% cash, 75% sitting in equity, 17 PE, their portfolio PE, that means it's good, not a bad problem. Coming down and seeing their biggest holding is Bajaj, HDFC Bank, then Bajaj Holdings, Coal India, Power Grid, ICICI, ITC. So pretty safe. And then Meta is here, Alphabet is here. I also heard that they are trying to apply and asking SEBI if they can increase their allocation into foreign portfolios. But I think SEBI has not got back on that. But if that happens, they will actually increase their stake into Facebook, Alphabet, Meta, and all of that, right? So it's going to be very, very, very interesting to look at. But again, I think lot of information from this, because we last week we did a quick video on quant small cap, and we saw some interesting picks there. Motilal, I think, is now currently playing little safe, sitting at 30% cash is little unlikely from Motilal Oswal, and they're actually just sitting in cash in your SIP amount that you're investing every month. They have no idea what to do. But think about this: when they start investing in the market, it will be so aggressive because all these funds will go back to 10% cash. Huge amount of DII inputs will start coming into the market, right? So even Parag Parikh is in cash, Motilal Oswal is in cash, and they're all investing in very safe players. They're not taking aggressive bets right now. So this is something that you guys should also think of while investing in your portfolio, that do you really need to be so aggressive, or do you also need to be a little cautious at this point of time? Again, we have a lot of annoying things happening around the world like war, and the year of 2025 has actually been quite shit because a lot of bad things are happening constantly. So hopefully we end this year in a positive note and we go into 2026 with a beautiful business agenda, right? So I hope all of this happens, but let's see. I can wish for only this much, right? Again, if you want this Excel sheet, it will be given in the community. And if you want to know more and you have any doubts, don't worry, put your comments in the comment section. And also don't forget to click on that red button, which is also called as the subscribe button. Thank you. Bye. This is me, Shashank, signing out.